You know that frustrating moment, right? Your computer, it's working perfectly fine, and then bam, a new software update drops, and suddenly your machine is officially obsolete. Well, today on The Explainer, we're going to dig into why that happens and talk about a pretty powerful way you can fight back.
Look, we've all been there. A big, shiny new operating system gets announced, and just like that, your trusty computer is on the chopping block. It's no longer good enough for the latest updates. So, what's the deal? Is your PC actually junk? Or maybe is there something else going on behind the curtain?
And this all leads us to what we can call the obsolete PC myth. It's this story, the one the tech industry has gotten very good at telling us to keep us in this constant cycle of buying new stuff.
So here's the fundamental conflict. The official story you'll hear is that older PCs just can't handle the new security features, like that special chip, the TPM 2.0, that Windows 11 needs. But the hidden truth? For basically everything else we do, browsing the web, sending emails, writing documents, that very same hardware is still perfectly, totally capable.
I mean, let that sink in for a minute. We're not talking about ancient relics here. We're talking about computers from just a few years back that can still handle streaming video, web browsing, all your office work, without even breaking a sweat. This is what you'd call active-duty hardware, and it's being told its service is over. And right here is where we find this huge contradiction. On one hand, we're all trying to be more sustainable, right? To reduce waste. But on the other, the very industry that basically defines our modern world seems to be built on a culture of just throwing things away. So let's just be really clear about what's going on. This isn't truly about security. It's a sales strategy. It's that simple. By making your perfectly good computer incompatible with their new software, companies create a really powerful reason for you to go out and buy a brand new one. It's a business model that is literally built on making things obsolete before their time.
And the impact of this is it's staggering. We are talking about millions of computers, millions of machines, packed with valuable resources and incredible engineering, just being turned into e-waste long before they need to be. It's a big hit to your wallet, for sure, but it's an even bigger one to the planet.
This quote really captures how absurd this whole situation is. It's like a society that throws away perfectly edible rice just because of some arbitrary date on the package. We'd all call that incredibly wasteful, so why do we think it's normal when it comes to our tech?
Or, here's another way to think about it. Imagine a restaurant telling you, hey, you can't eat our food unless you buy a new plate every single time. The software is the meal, your PC is the plate. Forcing us to trash the plate just to get the meal is, well, it's a fundamentally broken system.
Okay, so that's the problem. But what if we just refuse to play along with this game? Well, it turns out there's a growing resistance to this whole wasteful cycle. There's a way to give our technology a well-deserved second life. At the heart of this resistance is something called the Linux revival. Now, Linux is a free, open-source operating system. By installing a lightweight version of it onto a supposedly obsolete PC, you're not just doing a tech fix. It's actually becoming this powerful act of protest, a kind of eco-action against this throwaway culture.
And the process is actually kind of beautiful in its simplicity. You take a machine that some big company has labeled as worthless, you install a free, lightweight operating system, and all of a sudden, it's reborn. It's secure, it's useful, and it's ready to go for years more.
So, one person reviving one PC, that's really inspiring. But what if this wasn't just an individual act? What if this became the foundation for a truly sustainable future for all of our technology?
So what would that future look like? I mean, imagine companies actually helping us revive old machines, with officially supported lightweight software. Imagine governments redirecting all these reborn PCs to schools and community centers, helping to close the digital divide. We could even mandate a minimum 10-year support guarantee, making technology that lasts the rule, not the exception.
This quote just puts such a fine point on it. When an operating system forces us to throw away perfectly good PCs and then frames it as justice or some kind of progress, that is the very opposite of sustainability. It's a system designed to wear out the planet for the sake of profit.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. For so long, we've been trained to believe that an update means the end of life for our hardware. But what if we just flipped that whole idea on its head? What if updating our mindset meant our technology could actually save a life?
the life of a perfectly good machine instead of ending one.